Hey, Grand Rising, everybody. Thanks for jumping on. Do me a favor, guys, as you jump on, drop that city and state, like the video, and share the video. If you are not currently following us across our social media handles, please go and follow us. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. We're all the blanks spot. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to Frequently Asked Questions Friday. We're going to get started here in a minute. We got a little twist today. We thought we'd get a little work done today as we go live today and answer some questions. So, if you are tuning in for the very first time, make sure you type a number 1 indicating that you are new. If you've been here before, we'd just like to welcome you guys back. So come on in. Happy Friday, everybody. This is the day that a lot of people wait on. It's the last day of the work week. Last day of the work week. Y'all don't have to worry about anything until Monday. If you have a business, I hope you're going to be working your business or working on your business on the weekend. But we are here and ready to take on questions from crafters, side hustlers, hobbyists, and business owners alike. So if that's one of those is you, then welcome. Come on in, drop that city and state, like the video, and share the video.
Happy Friday, y'all. Happy Frequently Asked Questions Friday. Y'all come on in. Let us know where you're joining us from. We are doing a working Frequently Asked Questions Friday.
Yeah, I couldn't figure it out, but I like that. A working FAQ Friday. We got Sheila over there on YouTube. How you doing, Sheila? Thanks for jumping on out of Covington, Georgia. Pandora just popped in. Happy Friday from Starksville, Mississippi. Anybody else want to drop their city and their state to let us know where they're tuning in from? Or are you just going to stand in the background? There you go, John. What's going on from Buffalo, New York? Lamaris, I know you in Columbia. Grand Rising. Thank y'all for jumping on. If you do not participate in Frequently Asked Questions Friday, we will go ahead and shut that platform down. So don't just come in and sit down. I know you guys might be at work, but we got participators. We always got participators on YouTube, and we always have participators on Facebook. So if you get shut down, if your platform gets shut down because the platform's not participating, just slide on over to our YouTube or our Facebook. That helps us not to have to keep on looking to the left and to the right when nobody's actually active. Okay, we know people like TikTok because that's your favorite place to be when you want to be entertained, and we open it up. But we want to let you guys know that our main platforms are Facebook and YouTube. We're trying to build our Instagram. So once again, guys, drop your city and state. Let us know where you are tuning in from. Like the video, share the video. If you are going to hang around, if not, then we understand. We got it. All right. We're going to focus on the front screen only until we get more participation. This is the time. This is the part of the week. This is the part of the week where you're not going to see a whole lot of tutorials and displays and demos and stuff like that. So we get most of our serious questions are coming from our Facebook and our YouTube anyway. So probably saying, why you keep talking about that? Because I get sick and tired of coming on here without time, and TikTok is like real random, man. It's real random. So looking over there, and I'm seeing we got 29,000 followers, and we know that people are out there. But if we're not doing this, nobody's showing, nobody's looking. So anyway, so what we're gonna be doing today while we're answering questions, we're gonna be putting some of our mini t-shirt starter kits together. Yep. Thought it'd be a good idea, like D said, working FAQ. Working FAQ. We got a lot of these that are being sold. Yeah. This is hitting the ground hard running. So this is one of our newest products that we created out of what we already had in our shop. And Phyllis, Grand Rising, thanks for jumping on out of Houston. It's one of our newest products. This is for anybody. This is for any and everybody who wants to try new or different transfer processes. You got screen print, single color and full color. That's 2. You have rhinestone. That's 3. You have a chenille patch or a sequin patch in here. That's 4. And then you have 2 sublimation transfers in here. So you have 5 different transfers. You get a total of 6 transfers, 6 shirts. Yep. It's going to be 4 cotton and 4 sublimation shirts. These sublimation shirts are going to be 100% polyester with the cotton feel, and the cotton shirts are going to be 100% cotton. All you got to do is go to the website, read the description, okay? If you want to know more about what's in here, you can read the description. Go to the website, read the description, and it'll be in there. For those of you who cannot make it to the website, then you're going to miss out, okay? That's it. You're going to miss out. All the information is on the website. Who we got over here? John's over on YouTube. I mean, Instagram as well. Right. What's going on, John? What's going on? Thanks for the support, man. We appreciate it. So we come on here every Friday as often as we can. I got to stop saying every Friday. We come on here when we're not tied up in business, and we want to give back to our community, the one that we're attempting to create, to answer any questions that people may have, whether it is crafting related or whether it's business related. Yep. Now, we can't answer all the crafting questions because we're not crafters. However, we're willing to take the question, and if someone else is on here that may be able to answer the question, hey, by all means. But if we cannot answer the question, we're not going to mess around and tap dance, but we are going to do our best to answer the question. Tamara, how you doing? Thanks for jumping on. So, on Frequently Asked Questions Friday, who's got the first question? First of all, if it's your first time, type a number 1 in the comments. Where are my number 1s at? Any number 1s, talk to me. And if you have a question about your business, Renee says she loves hers. Well, thank you. We appreciate it. If you have any questions about your business or your operation, go ahead and drop that question right now. Yeah, it's backwards, man. That's something that Instagram hasn't fixed yet. We used to have that it used to be that feature on there where you can mirror your screen. If it's on there, I haven't seen it. So we got a number 1 over here on TikTok. Raquel. Hopefully I said that correctly. Where you coming in from, Raquel? What's your city and state? Do we print our own what? Question of those frat letter stitches. What's the question? We gotta be a little bit more clearer. Reading Pennsylvania. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. First time watch from Insta. It's pretty clear over here. So we got my phone on Instagram. We have the laptop on Facebook and YouTube going through StreamYard, and then we got TikTok on our MacBook. So guys, we're willing to answer any questions, but they have to be clear. And if you guys need to come on, if you feel the need to come on, if you want to come on and ask that question, we have no problem with that as well. Stevie, what's going on? Thanks for jumping on. So Dee's in the background.
Prepping all the transfers that's going into the box.
So the way this thing works is we had a couple of questions on TikTok, but they weren't that clear. So if you guys don't mind, if you can clear those questions up for me, I don't have a problem with answering. But a couple of questions came in kind of broken and unreadable, going back to my military days. So yeah, the way this thing works, guys, you have opportunity to ask us questions about any of our products, our services. If you have a question about your operation, maybe you want to grow your operation. Maybe you're looking to improve or enhance what you're currently doing. Maybe you want to add something to what you're doing. Well, this is the time to ask. We are operating on a little bit of energy this morning. Grand Rising Tanita out of Jersey. Thanks for jumping on. So this is going to be a working Frequently Asked Questions Friday. Also, if you guys did not know, we introduced some jackets about a week ago.
About a week ago.
Time is just going by fast, man. So we introduced some jackets about a week ago.
Yep.
We got a shipment of jackets in, so the jackets are back available. We actually took what we had. We actually took our private stash of what we had and started putting them on the website. But we now have a shipment of jackets that came in. So these camo jackets, and you can see. Let me grab one so you guys can see what it looks like.
Also, if you guys have already been to the website, you can see that we have a weekend deal going on. If you've been to the website, you'll see that we have a weekend deal going on our awesome sublimation paper. So go check it out.
So yeah, this is the jacket that we have. They are in and are available as well. Out of Germany, how you doing? Thanks for jumping on. Today's discussion is your topic. It's frequently asked questions Friday. So if you got a question about your operation, if you got a question about enhancing and improving your business, then absolutely go ahead and ask that question. Pandora, I don't know. Let me see. On your Shopify program, where we build it myself, is there any timeline to get it up? No, there is no timeline. So if you sign up as a Shopify partner, you get to pace yourself. So you can actually go at your own pace, and once you're ready to launch it, that's when you get charged for it. But until then, you just build it. Great question. Grand rising to you as well. You say you love watching the videos. Such an inspiration to you and your small business. Well, we thank you. Appreciate it. We're glad that we can be an inspiration to someone that makes us want to go just a little bit further. So these are the jackets that we have that are available. I want to say sizes small through 2X for sure. But I'm still going through the packs. So we may be a small through a 3X. I'm not sure. So also inside of that, I'm jumping around, but I'm here to answer questions as I put this out. Like Dee said, it's gonna be a working day today. When you have a surplus of merchandise, what's the good percentage to use to move the items out? Do you mean a percentage to drop down? Is that what you're asking? Like maybe discounting? That's a great question. Yes, they can. Let me grab one so you can see what it looks like.
You're welcome.
So I'm waiting for you to clarify that, Pandora. Yes, okay. So, well, it depends on, and I want you to think about numbers, okay? So Pandora said, when you have a surplus of items, what's a good percentage to knock off in order to move them? Well, at this point with your surplus, your biggest concern, well, you got to ask yourself, what's your biggest concern? Are you more concerned about making sales? Or are you concerned still about getting profit? Because if I have a surplus of items and I know I paid, let's say, $5 per item, but I was initially selling it completely, it cost me $5 to make that item, but I know I was selling it completely for $25, but I have a surplus, then even if I broke even, Even if I broke even and I got some money in, I would at least be able to recoup my money. So I would say anywhere from even to that gap from even to a larger percentage of profit. So I mean, even if I break even, because you got a surplus, you got to ask yourself, how long has it been sitting around?
Right. At this point right now, you're trying to get it off your shelf. So, you might want to just go ahead and sell it at the price that you bought it at. That way you can recoup that money. It depends. Depends on what it is, really, too.
So I mean, it does depend on the item. We have some sublimation blanks that we saw at one point we're not selling. So what we did was we took them and put them on our clearance. Now, we're still making a small profit, but we're not making as much as we were when we were selling at retail. To your question, Tamara, this is the box put together. And yes, it will fit. This is about 4 inches in width. And those small transfers are about 3-inch transfers. So I hope that clears it up for you, Tamara. So she asked the question that the question that Pandora asked over here on Facebook was that when you have a large surplus of merchandise, how low should you go to sell it? And ultimately, you got to ask yourself, if it's sitting on the shelf, it's not making you any money. How long has it been sitting on the shelf? Is it something that I can do with it that's going to make me some money? Can I put it inside of something that's going to create something? So before you drop the price, Pandora, to break even, you may want to consider, how can I bundle that? Because you're coming up to the holidays. So how can I bundle that with something else? Does it make sense to bundle it with something else to see if I can make a sale? You've had that product for a long time, but your potential customers don't. So John says, just not sure what to market on the website. I will make it all custom. Or so when we had the conversation on the Zoom, you're gonna be offering, if you're offering custom, you're gonna be offering a blanket sheet, a blanket a blanket landscape, so to say. Yeah. Okay. And you're giving your customers an option to upload their images.
Yeah. So you want something to say your design here. If whatever it is that you're doing, if you're doing a shirt, if you're doing a hat, you're gonna, have the hat blank or have the shirt blank, and then you're gonna say on there, your design here, your custom design here, like that. That's how you're gonna market it.
And I think you may be overthinking the process, John, a little bit, because anybody who does customs and has a business, if you're doing personalized or custom items and you have a business and a website, then your customers need to know that they can upload their images. So, and I guess I shouldn't say overthink, I should say overprocess. I think that a lot of people are concerned about how it's going to look or whatever. So you said I do that a lot with football stuff. So with the custom stuff, that shouldn't be an issue because the people are uploading their own things. It's just a matter of you're going to accept it or not to print it. Demetrius, how you doing? Thanks for jumping on. Drop that city and state. Let us know where you're tuning in from. So today is Frequently Asked Questions Friday. We're doing a working Friday today.
Yep.
Dee's putting together some t-shirt mini starter kits. A lot of people have been wanting these kits, whether you are new to the t-shirt making industry or whether you want to try some different transfers. This is available for you. Trinidad and Tobago is in the house. I always say that incorrectly. Thanks for jumping on. I appreciate it. So, if you are new and you're saying, hey, you know what? I want to get started in this industry, but I don't know what I want to do. Look at this. All these jackets, y'all, they gotta go. I'm new to the industry, but I don't know what I want to do. I know I want to make t-shirts. I want to sell t-shirts, but I'm not sure what process I want to use. This is why it's a great opportunity to use the t-shirt mini starter kit. Okay, that's why it's a great opportunity to do that. You'd like to order some of these? Well,
They're on the website.
They're on the website. All you have to do is go to the website. Are we talking about the mini kit? If you're talking about the mini kit, go to the website. We're going to look at what's new. When you're at the website, click on the picture that says what's new. And then you'll see all the new items, and that'll be in there as well. Okay? We are responding to your email today, but since you're on here, you are good to go. Your address was correct. Okay, the transfers. So yes, so they're gonna be Greek chenille patches.
Yeah.
So you want to go to the patches. So if you just search patches, or if you search which organization you're looking for, then you'll be able to do that. Okay. Talia, you're welcome. Thanks. Thank y'all for jumping on. If y'all just jumping on, do me a favor, drop that city and state if you have not done so. Like the video, share the video. We're doing a working frequently asked questions Friday, because we found that we do have a sizable amount of people that come on. However, we end up having to stay a little bit longer on Fridays to make this thing work. So we are introducing some things to some people, and we are working at the same time. But you can ask questions. If we can answer them, we will. What are your questions?
Also, for those of you that you have printers and you want to try our amazing sublimation paper, it is on sale for 30% off until Sunday. That means if you just want your 8.5 by 11, $16 a pack, 30% off.
Did y'all hear that?
So y'all might want to go run and get y'all some paper for $16.
Who is
Sunday?
Who is doing sublimation? Type a number 2 in the comments. This might be the time to stock up on that paper. I'm doing sublimation. Who's doing sublimation? Type number 2 in the comments. We have 4 sizes of paper on sale. 8.5 by 11, 8.5 by 14, 11 by 17, and 13 by 19. No coupon code?
No coupon code.
No coupon code, no minimum. We have a sale on our paper today. It looks like this. So it's a sale on our paper today, 30% off. No coupons, no minimums. We got Chester, South Carolina in the house. We got Garland, Texas, Pendergrass, Georgia. All right, y'all coming in. Make sure y'all share the video, like the video. All the first timers, welcome. We appreciate you guys for coming on. All of the returning people, welcome back. It's Frequently Asked Questions Friday. This is where we share some time with you to answer any questions. Something you may have a problem with, something that may not be clear in your operation or your business. Maybe you're brand new to the industry and you don't know where to get started. Here's a great idea. Get started with this. The t-shirt mini starter kit.
Yeah.
If you're doing sublimation also, guys, we got a deal. All right. Columbia, South Carolina. Let me see. Said run because the paper is fire. It is.
Y'all better run.
That paper is fire.
30% off, $16 for your 8.5 by 11.
When was the last time you spent $16 for some quality sublimation paper? I'm not talking about the stuff that a lot of people are using. I'm talking about the good stuff, y'all.
The good stuff.
The good stuff.
I'm putting these together, and then I'll come up and show you guys what you'll be getting. In just a second. I got that ready. Okay, so that's the shirt.
Got some already.
You got some?
That heat press is on too.
I just
Look at the sizes.
what you got? 4 boxes ready.
Yeah, look at the sizes.
I got four ready.
Let me spin the block a little bit, man, to find out if anybody got any questions. You say go with the 13 by 19? Yeah, if you got that wide format, absolutely. But you can also go with the 11 by 17 if you have the small format. If you got that small format printer, 11 by 17, you can cut them in half. Let's see. Is it hard working a business with your spouse? None of your business. I'm kidding. Camera, you already know. We have our days, man. We have our days. The search on your website says not suitable for sublimation. So so the shirts that are on the website, we have different types of shirts. Yes. So if you're looking for sublimation shirts, you have to go to the sublimation shirts. So what I want you to do is go to the website where it says tees and wearables, because these are the sublimation shirts. They are suitable for sublimation. So make sure you go and type in sublimation shirt, or you can go to tees and wearables.
Yes, and that thing, it's gonna be the first thing you see in the tees and wearables.
Yes, it's actually the first one. It's actually the first one. So now, cool. So now, Tamara, I mean, we've been working together. When you start working? About 4 years ago. So we've been working together for about 5 years. We've been working together for about 5 years. We've been married for be 25 years in March of next year. So we've been running a business together since we've been married. That was the hardest part. Running a business together, running the actual, this type of business is not as hard when you're like on the same sheet of music. But do we have disagreements? Absolutely. I don't want to be involved with somebody who's going to tell me that I'm right all the time, knowing that I'm wrong most of the time. So I mean, it's a balance. But I would much rather work with my wife than work with some buster off the streets, because she got my best interest at heart. So all these, don't get mad, man. All these best friends and stuff y'all got, and y'all teaming up and all that good stuff, man. Jealousy sets in. And when you have the same values, the same views, the same focus, and the same common goals, then it's gonna be different. You know what I'm saying? Can you get custom patches like custom built? Custom, we can. It's gonna take a while, and it's gonna be a minimum order. I think the biggest issue with that, and we could talk offline, John, but I think the biggest issue with that would be how you process it. Because we got two styles, and we did that for a reason. The two styles should be enough for you as a business owner to sell to your customer. But if you have your own idea, which I'm not knocking, then it makes it a lot difficult for you to sell as well, because now your mind is saying, hey, this is what I have a vision of it looking like, and then, or I want it to be just like what I want it to be like, but are you actually trying to sell? It's a lot of people get wrapped up into being creative instead of selling. And that's just my opinion. As I see how crafters get started in business, I see a lot of people get wrapped up in, I want to be the most creative, most unique, most this, most that. But people still buying stuff off the rack. You know what I'm saying? People still buy stuff off the rack. So I asked that because you encourage us to get our spouse involved in our business some kind of way. Yeah, I mean, I do. I encourage you, if your husband or your wife is not with you in your business, I would question some other things. Everybody's not going to feel the same way I feel, and it's going to be a lot of people that disagree, and they'll disagree because of their family situation. But if you, how can you be partners? How can you be partners in a marriage and not be partners in life? I'm just saying. Where does that fit, and how does that make sense? Where are they doing that at? I mean, we got too many independent personalities and independent mindsets. There's a hierarchy and there's a structure in every household, every marriage, every relationship. And everybody can do something. Everybody can do something. I may not be good at doing the admin or the paperwork. I may not want to, right? But D may be better at it. She may be better organized at it. if I don't want to fall in line when it's time to build the business, why should I be standing in line when it's time to spend the money? Let me see. Exactly. That's true. I agree with you 100%. My husband helps and pushes me forward. Yeah. So even if that, we have too many couples in my professional opinion, we got too many couples who are out there either trying to compete with one another or they're not supportive of each other. We split right down the middle. He got his own, she got her own, but y'all made bills together. Y'all made kids together. Everybody's trying to struggle to keep their own personal identity, but the whole purpose is to build, right? It's going to be hard to build by yourself. And if you have a selfish disposition or demeanor about yourself, it's going to show. Whether you married, whether you dating, whatever. You can't just build with everybody, man. But I do. I think it's important that if you're a couple, that you get this, as the young folks say, that you get this money together. Why should one person be grinding real hard and the other person be laid back in the recliner? Everybody can do something. The Bible says a man don't work, he shouldn't eat. So everybody should bring something. Everybody can bring something to the table. Well, I don't like doing this and I don't like doing that. Well, what's your idea, husband or wife? What idea do you have? Maybe we can pursue your idea. But until you get one, shut up and fall in line. That's what I got. That's just me, But anywho, and it's not always that easy.
It's not.
It's not going to be as easy as a lot of people think it's going to be.
It's a work in progress. You just got to keep on going. I always say don't give up on your spouse. They may not be ready to go that route right now, but don't give up on them.
Also, a lot of these spouses ain't willing to join forces with you because you ain't doing the right thing.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people let that word, that business roll off their tongue. And you ain't really doing business, you hustle.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of people will slide that word and use it so smoothly, talking about business, and you just hustle.
Yeah.
You don't think your spouse know or see that you really ain't serious about business? You don't think they can see that? They can see it. They see exactly what you're doing and what you're not doing. They may not understand everything. So, things change, man, when you show how serious you are.
All right, so I got all my stuff together. I'm going to go ahead and start packing the box. So with the mini kit, guys, they get 4 cotton shirts. The shirts are going to vary. That means that we're just going to grab some shirts off of the rack, okay? The sizes are going to vary. They're going to get 2 of our polyester shirts, 100% polyester. They're going to get 1 chenille patch, 1 rhinestone transfer. They're going to get a full color screen print, a single color screen print, and they're going to get 2 sublimation transfers. So here's some of the transfers I've already gotten together. That's 1 patch. They're going to get a mama patch in this one. They're going to get 2 sublimation. We got a teacher one and a mama one. Full color, we got a Christmas full color screen print.
You good.
Then we have a single color screen print. It says give thanks. Then we have a rhinestone transfer. They're going to get a butterfly in this one. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get this together. We always protect our rhinestone transfer. That's going to go in the bottom of the box. And one more thing I need to get.
Let me see. Yes, I miss my husband helping me. We're at the beginning stage of turning my crafting business into a business. it's hard doing it by myself after his passing last year. I'm sorry to hear that, Sheila. I really am. And so maybe you and Tamara can talk and see this is what Fridays are for, and it brings us together in some type of sense. Maybe you can talk to her on the sideline and encourage her, not push her, but just encourage her, and maybe share that story with her, and she can in turn share that story with her husband. Because see, we don't miss what we had until we don't have it anymore, and we don't make time to make sense about everything. We don't make time to make sense about everything until sometimes it's too late. So, just that story in itself, it means a lot, or it should mean a lot for people who are saying, hey, I have a spouse or someone who's helping, someone who's a helper, that means a lot. Let me see. Okay, well, send it through, John. Send it through. And if that's something that we can do, we definitely will, okay? Let me see. Do you have any Christian-based transfers? Yes, and I'm going to assume that you're new.
Absolutely.
Is it okay to assume that you're new? If you're brand new, Jessica B, go to the website.
That's
right?
our main thing.
Go to the website. Yeah, that's our main thing. So go to the website, and I want you to go to, what's the best spot to get her there fast?
You gonna see a one that says $2 Tuesday. Just click on it. Just click in there.
That's for the sublimation, and then
no, that's for screen print.
That's screen print.
$2 Tuesday.
Nah, that's sublimation.
I mean, I'm sorry. $1 Thursday.
See, I was right. This time I was right.
$1 Thursday. And then you want to go to scroll down and you'll see all sublimation transfers.
Yeah.
But for the screen print, $1 Thursday, just click in there. You'll see everything right away. And then scroll down till you get to all sublimation transfers for the sublimation.
And yeah, we got lots of Christian inspirational type of transfers, man. As a matter of fact, you missed it, but that's okay, because $1 screen print Thursday means that you can get your screen print transfers for $1 if you purchase 20, but our transfers are 25% off every day, so they're going to be very affordable, very cost effective. Okay, but yeah, I mean, you gotta ask yourself. It's funny. It's funny when we doing this, right? It's funny when we doing this business thing, because when we doing this business thing, a lot of us talk about how we by ourselves, but we go to somebody else's job and we work with the team because we want that money. Mm-hmm. Y'all notice that, or is it just me? Has anybody else noticed that in corporate America? I think Sheila. I don't want to assume. I think Sheila is a veteran. I'm a veteran. Working with people in the military, it shows me a lot of things, different personalities. A lot of people come from diverse backgrounds, but we are there to get one thing done, right? The mission at hand. And it's funny, in a sad kind of way, that when we do have our spouse or our significant other, and we just can't see eye to eye to get this business done. I don't understand. It's something for you. If it's something for you, you should be able to do it. It's something that's going to improve your household, your finances. It'll even improve your relationship. You know what I'm saying? It'll help you understand your partner, their strengths and their weaknesses. You may have a partner, a spouse, or a significant other that they may be very great at what they do, but you won't know this if you're not in the business with them. You won't know this. Whoever it is, they're gone. They dropped the package. So y'all not the only ones that shop at Amazon. Y'all not the only ones that shop at Amazon. She be tearing Amazon up, man. So, hey, frequently asked questions Friday, man. we're gonna be working, so we may go a little bit longer. But if you got any questions, now's the time to ask about your operation, about your business, about getting started. If you're a crafter and you want to turn it into something else, if you're not doing anything but you want to be a crafter, now's the time. We're an open book. Ask the questions. So if you don't know, the name of our company is The Blank Spot. We are a sublimation blanks and t-shirt transfer supplier located just outside of Columbia, South Carolina. We're making these boxes ourselves, y'all. Check that out. We got a couple of things on sale today. One is our amazing sublimation paper. It's 30% off. No coupon code needed. No minimum requirement. All you got to do is go to the website and get it. The other thing is this t-shirt mini starter kit is actually 20% off. Okay. You don't need a coupon. We marked it down 20% off. So that means that you're going to get a huge value. You're getting 6 shirts and 6 transfers. Some of you guys have never tried things outside of what you've been normally doing. And I know a lot of people are afraid. They're fearful. They're worried. What if I don't do a good job? What if I mess up? What if you do a great job? What if this is for you? Let me see. I'll say my husband is supportive of my business. He comes in with orders and assists and with design. I must say, oh, so that's it.
That's awesome.
That's what you want. You gotta think about the guys that only want to watch TV and play on their video games, because that's what we're living in that type of time right now, right? We're living in a video game time. Let me see. I got a question. Why did you pick sublimation over others when you started? That's a good question. That's a good question. So hold that question right here on TikTok. We're going to answer this one first. Steve wants to know, why did we pick sublimation when we first got started over everything else?
Well, I mean, I was already doing sublimation at the time. DTF wasn't a thing, like really a thing. It wasn't as popular as it is now. And I actually like the fact that with sublimation, you can do more than just t-shirts. You can do a whole lot of other different things.
And that's what you were doing. You weren't doing just t-shirts.
I was doing a lot of other stuff dealing with sublimation. So that's really kind of why we chose to stick with sublimation, because I didn't want to just be stuck on one thing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? As far as like shirts, I wanted to do other stuff. I wanted to be able to grow. So that's why we chose sublimation. Yeah.
Now, from my perspective, Steve, remember, I was just packing boxes.
Yeah, he was the back, he was the box packer. So at that point, he didn't really know, and like I said, DTF, that wasn't a thing. Screen at that time, I didn't really know much about screen printing. I was doing vinyl. I knew that there was so much that I could do with vinyl, but when I discovered sublimation, I realized the possibilities of what it could do.
And I think, Steve, I'm a logical thinker. So I think when I thought about it and said, hey, let's go ahead and start selling these supplies instead of just making the items.
Yeah.
I think it kind of made sense, because it was a time during the pandemic. We started this business right in the middle of the pandemic. And it was a time where people were out of work. People were struggling. Mm-hmm. They were looking for something to do. Some of them were side hustling already. And we saw a need for it, especially locally. Now, we didn't start building just locally. We started advertising right away.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing about sublimation and that takeaway, that question that you asked, is like Dee said, is she was already doing more than just t-shirts. Mm-hmm. She was doing more than tumblers. She was already doing pillowcases, keychains, bags, coffee mugs, shot glasses. She had almost a sample of about 5 different types of fabrics.
Yeah.
And probably she had the MDFs already. She had about 40 or 45 different substrates already.
Yep. Yeah. There was a question over here that you was coming.
Yeah. So to your question, ma'am, what's the difference between sublimation and screen printing? That's a good question.
So if you go to our website, we have a blog regarding sublimation. Sublimation is the ink dye process. So like this shirt that I have on, the ink is dyed into the shirt. When I rub my finger across here, I don't feel anything but the shirt. Okay. And we have a blog on the website that you can read up on sublimation. When it comes to screen printing is used a ink that sits on top of your shirt. Okay, it sits on top. So when you rub I'm just doing like a simple way to kind of get you to understand. When you rub your finger across that shirt, you'll be able to feel that design. It's not into the shirt like sublimation where I can't even feel it.
Yeah, this is
screen print. And when I rub my finger across it, I can feel the ink. With sublimation, the ink goes inside of the garment. And that's a real quick explanation.
But sublimation it works best with polyester or poly-coated surfaces.
Yes.
So when you look at these tumblers, that's sublimation. When you look at the coffee mugs, that's sublimation.
Yeah.
Now, if you can scratch it and feel it, then that's not sublimation.
That's probably like vinyl or UV or something.
But you definitely want to go to the website, read the blog, and it breaks it down for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Breaks it down for you. Y'all do DTF too? Shane, are you new? And if so, do me a favor, drop that city and state before we answer that question. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Let us know where you're joining us from.
Let's see. What's a good beginner printer? Now, that's a great question.
Printer for?
Yeah, that's a great question.
For what?
What type of printer? What process are we talking?
There's several different processes. We need to know what you want to do.
Let's see. West Texas. All right.
I think they said t-shirts. Okay.
So you got to be a little bit more specific. So if you're brand new to t-shirt making, there's about 12, maybe more now, different t-shirt processes. If you're looking to do cotton t-shirts, then there's different printers for cotton t-shirts. So if you're looking to do that or colored t-shirts, then you got to be more specific. And it may be best for you to go out and just do a quick Google search or a quick chat GPT and say how many different t-shirt making processes are there? Because we can't just throw you out a printer.
It's a lot.
We focus and mainly focus on sublimation here.
Right.
So when people usually ask that, we can say, hey, you can go back to our website and you can buy one of our sublimation printers because we have a beginner printer.
Right.
But we just got to know.
Yeah. You just have to know what it is that you want to do because every process does not work the same. Okay. So you need to do a little bit of research to know, like, okay, if I want to do shirts, I want to do color shirts. And I mean, this t-shirt mini kit right here will kind of get you in the area because it'll give you 3 of the 4 processes.
It give you
about 4 processes.
Five
different processes. You got sublimation. You have single color screen print. You have full color screen print.
4 different processes.
And we give you a chenille patch. And this right here will kind of let you know, okay, well, and then it gives you a rhinestone transfer. So see, there's a lot of different types. But this kit right here can give you information on those types to see if, hey, I might want to implement this in my business. I would want to start with this in this kit right here. Okay.
And I know that may sound like a vague answer, but vague questions, we can't legitimately answer a question and give you the best recommendations or answer your question the best if you don't know. And it's not your fault that you don't know, but you're responsible for at least understanding what question you're asking.
Yeah.
A lot of people like 1 or 2 specific processes. But there is a process and there's a purpose for every process.
Yeah.
I'm talking about this group, Tamara. I'm talking about this group. There's some over there. Well, you can get them.
Right?
I'm talking about this sublimation for beginners group because somebody asked the question and everybody in that group, I don't say everybody in that group is crafters, but I will say that the crafters are coming out and they're wanting to use one process for everything. And guys, you're gonna have to learn that you cannot use one process for everything. It doesn't work like that. You cannot use one t-shirt process for everything. Sublimation, for example, it works best on a high polyester count.
Mm-hmm.
So the lady, she showed a picture, Tamara, she showed a picture of her shirt and it looked faded and it looked very vintage. And she said, why did this come out like this? Is it because I used a 50% cotton, 50% polyester shirt? And I wanted so badly to say, yes, you
did that so bad.
You hit the nail on the head. But people are going to use that type of process because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
If you know how sublimation works, then you can understand that. You can't sublimate on black. Well, let me stop. You can sublimate on any color that you want, but black will not show up. There is no white ink in sublimation. So a lot of times we're trying to force the process of what we want through every process. You just can't do that.
There is a method, guys, to it. And, you have to do your due diligence to learn, what it is you need to know about the process, depending on what you want to do.
Full color transfers on shirts that are other than white, you're going to have to use a different process. You got white toner. You have full color screen print. You have direct to garment. You have DTF. That is full color. I don't know if there's any more out there, but that's full color. That's 4 different processes right there for full color images on colored shirts. So you got to find out. So now, the next question I have for you, and this is for everybody that's out there. If you're just beginning, and I never want to mess with our money and mess with our sales, but it's more important. It's more important that when people come on here that they get the truth and they understand. If you are a beginner and you're just getting started, why are you looking for a printer? That will be my next question. King's Mountain, thank you. I just got an Epson 2803 for sub. That's not a sublimation printer.
You're using it for sub.
You're using it for sublimation. And unfortunately, what's going to happen is, and if you don't use it, what's going to happen is you're going to have a paperweight. Not saying it can't be used, but there's a lot of differences with converted printers. The printers are not going to give you the right colors. A lot of times it shows me what not to do. Yeah, it does. It shows in those groups, it shows what not to do. So the reason why people are buying, watch this, y'all. How many people on here are actually doing just crafting? Nothing wrong with it. But how many people are crafting? Drop a number 3 in the comments. You're not trying to sell anything right now. You're just trying to learn and you crafting. Drop a number 3 in the comments.
It's okay. I'm gonna tell you, when I first started crafting, yes, I got converted printers back here. But I quickly realized that if I was going to be running a business,
hold on. Go ahead.
I needed to get the right printer.
So who told you that the sublimation gas, that when the ink turns into gas, that the gas is toxic? who told you that?
Lord, I didn't mean to laugh.
Who told you that?
Who spilled that to your ear?
The gas is not toxic.
No,
it's not toxic.
It's not toxic.
It's not.
You need to do a little bit of research on that.
Okay, so for all the number threes, most likely, and thank y'all for responding. I'm not here to blow y'all up, but most likely you connected with a group or a group of people that has some type of like that sublimation group for beginners, and they said, hey, you can do this and you can have access, because crafters want access. Crafters are not looking to buy things. Crafters are not looking to buy transfers and expensive supplies, and everybody's looking to save money. But as a crafter, many of us getting started, and I'm not a crafter, I've never been, but I'm just going to say us because I don't want you to feel like I'm picking on anybody. Many of us getting started, we're on a budget. So I can understand you wanted to watch your money and pinch your pennies. But buying a printer, and this is something I had to learn because we were pushing this in the beginning. We used to sell converted printers or printers that can be converted. And it was what people wanted. It's what people wanted. People want to be able to have access, so we were giving you access. And I mean, I'll still give you access, but an Epson EcoTank printer is not a sublimation printer. Anything that says EcoTank 8550, 8500, 15,000, those are not sublimation printers. Can they be used for sublimation? Grand Rising, thanks for jumping on. Can they be used for sublimation? Absolutely, they can be used for sublimation. The problem is the print heads are not made for that type of ink. So if you don't use it, you will lose it, and you'll start wondering why my colors are not the same, or you're wondering why my print heads are clogging because I haven't used it in a while. Those are some things you got to think about. Okay, let's see. Yeah, they're probably getting confused with DTF. The films are not toxic for sublimation. My nephew and wife gifted me an Epson 9600 converted to sublimation. It's a start for me. That's fine. I'm not downing you. This is Frequently Asked Questions Friday, and we would be remiss, we'd be wrong if we told you wrong information.
Yeah, that's how we started.
We have converted printers back here now.
But when we learned and really wanted to build a business, it's time for a change. It's time to get it right.
I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best to I'm not gonna even go there. I'm not going there.
So you guys are just joining. Today is Frequently Asked Questions Friday. We are doing a working FAQ. So you guys see us working instead of just sitting around waiting on your questions. We are getting some work done. We are working on our t-shirt. We are putting together some t-shirt mini kits. We've had a lot of success selling these for people that want to go ahead and maybe start a t-shirt business. We're going to give you some different types of processes to think about. If you already have your own printer and you want to grab some of our amazing sublimation paper, it is 30% off for the packs. So you can get 8.5 by 11 for like $16 until Sunday. So make sure you guys go and get your sublimation paper if you already have your printer. If you guys go to Google and Google says that sublimation ink is toxic when it turns from liquid to gas, then don't use it. Okay, just don't use it. I'm not gonna even get into it. But if you're coming on here for Frequently Asked Questions Friday, that's fine. It's not about being right or wrong, but we're in here. Maybe it's because we got a warehouse, or maybe it's because we're not sitting there sniffing the fumes. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how long you think it takes for the ink to turn to gas or the gas out. I don't know if you think, but anyway, let me see. I don't know. Maybe you're looking to get high. I don't know. So what's the best sublimation printer? So the best sublimation printer for a beginner, I would recommend an Epson F170. Epson SureColor F170. Now, I'm not saying that just because we sell them, because we do. We have some in a bundle. You can go to our website, go to what's new, and you can see the bundle and see what's all available in the bundle. Okay. But it is an actual sublimation printer. We've sold several of them. There may be somebody on here that we sold too. I think Tanita bought one as well. But we have those printers. It's an Epson F170. So what I would recommend you do is Tanita said yes, and I love it. I would recommend you do a search. I recommend you do a search for sublimation dye printers, not sublimation printer. Because if you search sublimation printer on Google, then what's going to happen is the eco tanks are going to come up because that's what people have been using. Okay. So that's what I recommend. I have a heat press for rhinestone transfers. I'm coming, Sheila. I have a heat press rhinestones transfers and vinyl cotton shirts. Is that good? What type of heat press is it? Is it a heat press like this? Does it lock down? Because if it locks down, it's good.
If you're using an easy press, then we don't recommend an easy press for anything other than small projects. It prints up to an 8.5 inch wide. But you asked about printers for beginners. If it locks down, then you're good. Yeah. Yeah, you asked about printers for beginners. Anything bigger than that, you're not going to be really considered a beginner. Now, if you just, once again, we're dealing with people and personalities who want access. Okay. Let me see. So Sheila says DTF has to be in a well-ventilated area because it has films. Yeah, you got to put the little vent on it, and some people don't have that. There, it's a lot of different things. So yeah, that is true. 15 by 15. Yeah, you're good. That's a 15 by 15 ride I just showed you. That's a nice size to get started with. Once again, I can't stress this enough, man. If you are a crafter, there's nothing wrong with it. But you got to understand that if you know nothing about the craft that you're trying to do, you're going to have to rub elbows with somebody who can actually give you some information. Now, you're either going to get some information for free and verify it, or you're going to pay for some information and verify it. But it's either or. You're going to still have to verify the information. You still got to verify the information. You're welcome. And just so you guys know, printing with a small format printer does not limit you to all different types of prints. We sell roll paper. There's paper rolls, so you can print long. You know what I'm saying? You have to do your own due diligence, like D said. A lot of times we're taking people's words for things, and then we're wondering why stuff is not working out for us on our behalf because we just trusted somebody. You don't know me from a can of paint. You don't know my wife from Eve. So you can't trust that what we're saying is correct. But you can go and verify some of the things that we said. So, that part. So, frequently asked questions Friday. We've been on here an hour. We got room. We got time for about, let's see if we can get about 3 to 5 more questions while we working. D is knocking out some of these boxes. I'm actually pressing some boxes as well. If you have never pressed a t-shirt before and you want to get started, or you're looking to press t-shirts, if you're looking to learn, if you're looking to get a good start, we have a t-shirt starter kit. It's a mini starter kit. It comes with 6 t-shirts. It comes with 6 t-shirts, 6 transfers. It comes with pressing instructions. Okay. It doesn't come with a heat press, so you're gonna have to buy your own heat press. If you need a heat press, we sell those as well with the bundle. But I think that's a great start, especially for people who want to try different processes like D said. Yeah, it's an hour already. I think because the first 15 minutes, people were kind of silent. So, but people are getting involved. We like that. If you're just jumping in, we are a sublimation blanks and t-shirt transfer supplier. We're located just outside of Columbia, South Carolina. What does that mean? Why do we tell you that? That's where you can expect to get your items shipped from. We're on the East Coast. Also, I know you guys are excited when you're shopping with us. Do your best to put the correct address in there because our system will pick up if it's not correct. We don't want to ship your things out and they're not going to you. And the last thing about shipping is that if you are choosing a slower process, a cheaper process, a shipping process, then just know that it may take some time. Unfortunately, we shipped out a hat press on the 18th of September. The USPS, through Ground Advantage, said that it was supposed to be there on the 22nd of September. We got an email from our customer saying that it hadn't gotten there yet. So, so we had to showed her tracking number, showed all that stuff, and we showed her that it was still en route. So it could have been rerouted somewhere totally different. Okay. Thank you, Sheila. Appreciate it. Those boxes are a great gift idea for someone doing shirts that may need inspiration. Yeah, absolutely. I think and it's inexpensive too. You just got to find the right box. Let me see. Can you show me a sample of the sublimation print? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to show you this. Okay. So this is actually sublimation, and it's actually paper. Okay, it's done on sublimation paper. We have our own brand of paper, as we said before. But this is sublimation. Okay, so you're gonna take this and you're gonna put it on a sublimation shirt face down. Another thing, real quick, when you print your images for sublimation, they need to be mirrored. They need to look backwards to you. If you can actually read the print, it's done wrong. Okay, because when it prints on your shirt, then it's gonna print the correct way. Okay, but this is a sublimation transfer. I don't know if she got something else out here. Give me 1 second. Here's another sublimation transfer that you can see. Thank you, Sheila. I appreciate it. Didn't see it on the website. Do you sell that hat press along? So if you go to the website, John, look in the first section where it says what's new. Okay. And it's bundled, but it's not bundled. We giving out some patches. So, but yeah, it's basically this by itself. So this is sublimation transfer. Also, guys, if you're pressed for cash, once again, I'm not here to take your money. I'm here to do business with you. But if you're pressed for cash, you're welcome. We do have payment options. We got Shop Pay, we have Klarna, and we have Sezzle. Okay, you would be ordering your products, paying through that payment processing service, and then you're going to only pay like, I think 25% up front, but you get all your items. So we just see that it got paid through Sezzle. But what we're doing is we're going to go ahead and send you your stuff because that's what we're doing. You're paid in full. Okay, so that helps you out during the holidays. If that's you and you're saying, hey, you know what? I don't want to spend all my money getting started, or I see something that I want, but I don't want to blow all my cash. Right. Use one of the payment processors.
Right.
It's going to help you out.
People use them every day.
So if you're using the Shop Pay app during checkout, double check your shipping because it doesn't have the same option, okay, that you chose the last time if you shopped.
Make sure you double check your shipping.
That was Tamara.
Yeah.
We remember Tamara. You were a little disappointed because you always do UPS ground. Absolutely. What's the size of screen printing shirt you have on? So the transfer itself, I think it's about 12 inches. Let me go grab one.
Yeah.
I think it's like 12 inches, 12.75.
A lot of them are going to be anywhere from 11 to 12 this way. And it depends on the orientation. If it's a skinny transfer, it's going to be 9. If it's orientated a different way, it's going to be 11 to 12.
Can you hand me that clear ruler back there in the cup? The clear one. Okay, so I'm going to turn this around so you guys can see it. Can y'all see that? From side to side, this is 12 inches. Okay? From side to side, it's 12 inches. So, like Dee said, they're either going to be a 12 across and 9 down, or it's going to be a 9 down and 9 down. Excuse me, 9 across and 12 down. Yeah. So it's either going to be like this, which makes it still great because it's longer, or it's going to be like this. So yeah, I mean, these are very easy to press. I'm not sure if you pressed screen print before, but these are very easy to press as well. So
while we was on, I did 4 mini kits. We got 4 mini kits that's ready to go out. Okay, and I think they're already discounted, right?
Yep, they're 20% off the regular price. We threw a couple of other things in there. So what else did you throw in there?
We put in there. Let me go get it.
So she put some other things in there to include.
I got to put the ruler.
Okay, so we put some other things in there to include the shirts, things that come in there. You may not see it on the box, but there are some other things that we put in there. We're putting a measuring ruler in there. Okay, a fabric ruler is going to go in there. We're going to put a conversion chart. so you can convert the decimals on the ruler. And then there's a sizing. There's going to be a sizing recommendation chart as well in there. And this is for the beginners, okay? You'd be surprised how many people can't measure. By a show of hands, how many people have a problem with measuring? I ain't putting my hand up.
Look, I'm gonna be the first one.
Look, my dad taught me how to.
First one to put my hand up.
My dad taught me how to measure.
So you also gonna get this ruler conversion chart. You're gonna get a t-shirt location. This is just like a little reference. Okay, and then you're gonna get, which I need to put all this in there. You're gonna get a fabric ruler and tape, heat tape. You're gonna get all that, okay?
So all those things are coming in there, and it's gonna come in handy. All right, it's gonna come in handy. So we don't have that on the box. Not changing the box. We don't have that on the box, but you know that's what help. So yeah, correct, Steve. A lot of those, some of those will help you to build your credit as well. Let me see. Those skinny prints are great for the sleeves. Yeah. So the one that says CEOOO, the faithful, fearless. We got XOXO. There's a couple of them that are great. Let me see. Let's see. I'll certainly be sampling your rolls of ink, your rolls and ink. Okay, absolutely. So we have some of the best ink on the market. I promise you. Don't take my word for it. And the paper, it's superb, man. The great thing about the paper, in my opinion, one of the best things about the paper is that you don't need to use any butcher paper. Okay, you don't need to use the butcher paper without sublimation paper. Whereas a lot of paper out there, they're using butcher paper, they're using parchment paper. I even see people, unfortunately, using Teflon, but you don't have to do that with our paper.
And the paper is 30% off for the pack, so you can get 8.5 by 11 for $16.
But that only lasts until the weekend. So at 12:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that sale is done. Okay. So we have a lot of people who miss the sales, and they either miss the sales because they're on somebody else's page. I know that sounds like hate, but it's true. They're following other things, or their money may be a little funny. The great thing about it is it's on sale, and you don't have to use all of your money. You can still use one of those payment plans. You can buy our paper on sale and still use Sezzle. You can still use Klarna. You can still use ShopPay. Okay. So $16 for a pack of 8.5 by 11-inch paper, 100 pack of paper. That's unheard of. That's like 16 cents a sheet.
Can't beat it.
And on top of that, you're getting some great paper. So quality is not cheap, but we can still make it affordable. And I think that a lot of people end up sometimes wanting to go cheap because of their pockets. But if you're going to be selling stuff, if you're going to be a business owner and you're going to be selling items, you definitely got to think about quality. Because I promise you, if we were selling subpar items, we wouldn't have people coming back. That's what impressed you about the paper. That's what's up. So yeah, we're not using butcher paper, man. Ain't nobody got time for that. You want to use butcher paper, go buy a sub. I know I shouldn't have said that. I don't care. If you want to spend extra money, go use their paper. But the funny part about it is that is what the crafters are telling you in these crafting shops, crafting groups, and it's not their fault.
They're going off of what they heard and what they know.
It's not their fault. That's what other people are telling them. But it's not a good paper. It's a good practice. But it's not good for the long run. Your ink release, your transfer rate, all that stuff matters. That's when you know, guys, that's when you know that you're into your craft. When you start doing your own research and your own due diligence, you say, hey, listen, I'm looking at my paper and I got a lot of ink on my paper. The ink should be on the substrate, not on the paper. Grand Rising, thanks for jumping on. When you're looking at the transfer rate, when you're looking at me having to use butcher paper, because if I don't, it's going to bleed onto my heat press. All that stuff is extra time, extra cost. So when you start looking at that stuff, that lets me know that you're doing your due diligence and you're doing your research. You may be using a paper that you don't have to use butcher paper with right now. And that's fine. Okay. But that's going to be our moniker. That's how we're going to advertise high transfer rate, great ink release, no butcher paper required, does not bleed. All those things are going to matter eventually. It may not matter to the brand new crafter because you don't know what you're looking at. You just want to get more for less. But more is not always quality. Okay. What's a proper way to send an email? I got you right here. If you want to email us, you should email us at info. I know where you're going. You think you're trying to be funny. At the blank spot. Are you talking about that post I made? That's Tamara.
Oh.
Etiquette, man. We gotta learn how to practice etiquette. We have to do better. So the best way, in my opinion, to send an email is to greet the person that you're emailing. Because most times, remember, guys, we're solopreneurs, small business owners. We have a team, family team. But when you're addressing people, when you're addressing companies, you're still addressing people. Somebody has to read that email. I want y'all to think about that. Okay. Most of you all are doing some type of business. And I know we living in a different time to where people are communicating with the thumbs. People are hiding behind social media platforms. People are not doing well in the public school, the public institution of school, and they're not being taught how to communicate. But one of the greatest things that you can do when writing an email is make sure your tone as you're writing, because tone matters. Your tone while you're writing makes a difference. You got to make sure that your tone is correct. Do not write in caps. If you're writing in caps,
you yelling at me.
You better be somebody who is visually challenged. Because that we ran across that as well.
Look, you get the caps on, that means you yelling.
Oh no, that's just the box. I'm sorry. I don't have my glasses on. That's the box on the left. No, right here. That's the box here. I thought it was sticking out. What you should do is address the person. Give them the greeting of the day. Say hello. My name is. If you have a question, my name is. I would like to know more about this particular product. Or hello, my name is. The name of my business is.
And my order number.
This is what I do, and I'd like to know more about this product. If you have ordered something from us and your order's incorrect, or maybe you think your address is incorrect, or maybe you want to cancel your order because you thought you purchased a digital product, but you realized at checkout when you paid for shipping that it wasn't a digital product. Somebody's going to read through that in a minute. You want to say, hey, hey, my name is X, Y, and Z. This is my order number. Can you cancel my order? Because after that, telling me that, hey, I made a mistake, or
cancel my order.
Yeah, if you just say cancel your order and I don't know what your order number is, I'm not going to go through and look up, whose order that I did not process or who had this issue. We have to learn how to communicate with people. We do that stuff with corporations, and then we get this nasty, or we think that it's a nasty person with a nasty disposition that's responding to us. But a lot of people are responding off of energy. Yes, some people email that way, talk to text. And if you decide to do a talk to text, make sure you do a once over and look at it and make sure that it's, because you're sending an email to a company who may be professional. So I don't know who a lot of people are working with. I don't know who a lot of people are shopping with. Maybe you shopping with hustlers who you texting. Maybe you shopping with people who you messaging. I don't know who you're shopping with, but I'm just telling you. But I'm telling you, it's gonna make it hard to help you if you don't identify yourself, if you don't tell us what your need is, if you don't give us your order number, if you have one, because you got an email from us. As soon as you place an order with us, you get an email. The email gives you an order number. So it's going to be challenging for us to work with you. But yes, Tamara. Yes, Tamara. We have a lot of challenged personalities who contact us. We have a lot of challenged personalities who contact us. Just put it to the back where the other one's at, man. And a lot of people don't know. I don't want to take up for people just to take up for people, but a lot of people just don't know how to communicate, especially in today's time, because they weren't taught how to do business. Remember, we weren't taught really how to research. We were told to write a term paper and go to some type of references. So we weren't really taught how to research. We have babies making babies and babies having babies. So you're growing up with your kids. I'm being honest. I'm being real. So there's no gap. There's no gap in the education or the teaching. I don't know if people are just purposely trying to be rude, or that's just their nature and that's just what they've learned as far as survival. I don't know. But it would be wise that you address businesses in the most professional way. And if they don't address you back in a professional way, then you got every right to blast them. Anyway, that's all I got, man. I don't have anything else. Tamara, you set me up and I walk right into it. But if you haven't done so, make sure you check out our website. Our website is theblankspot.com. Go to the website. Got a couple of things on sale. Okay. Our t-shirt mini starter kit is on sale, 20% off. Our paper, illustrious sublimation paper is on sale. It's 30% off. And then our screen print transfers are 25% off every day. Our gang sheets are not on sale, but they're great. We do have some sublimation bundles that are 12 for $12. You get 12 transfers for $12, 10 transfers for $10, all that type of stuff, right? And also make sure you take advantage of it this weekend. If you have a question, guys, if you have a question that that needs our attention, feel free to email us. Emailing us is going to help us to assist you better. Also, our office hours are from 10 a.m. to 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. After that, we may respond to the email if we have time, but if not, it may happen on Monday. Okay. But that's how we run our business. That's how we run our business. If it's something that's dire because somebody's already ordered something and there's an issue with your order, we're definitely going to address it. But that's how we run our business. If you're responding to a Facebook post or something like that, or a social media post, and you need some information, we're definitely going to do our best to get on that and respond. But do not, I say again, do not get upset if you're not getting the answers fast enough, because you go to all these other places and you buy stuff and you don't ask no questions, and then you don't get what you want, and then you don't get mad. So don't try that over here. Anyway, let me see. Did you say the sublimation works best? Yes, sublimation does work best on 100% polyester.
Yes, it's going to give you a more vibrant look. You see my shirt? The less polyester, then the less vibrant it's going to be. So you want the more polyester, the better. Okay, light color. All right.
So stay away from, if you want a full color transfer like this, it has to be white, because the white, there's no white ink in sublimation.
Right.
Go to the website, please, and thank you. Read the blog. There's a blog right there. It talks about sublimation. Sublimation is not like any other transfer process. You're going to have to understand it, okay? If you don't understand it, you're going to get frustrated. You got anything else?
Happy Friday. Hope y'all have a great weekend out there. Don't forget to come shop with us for the weekend sale. Get your paper for $16, the 8.5 by 11. Get your t-shirt mini kit. Those are also on sale. Okay. And that's it. That's all I have.
Yeah.
Have.
Yusuf says exactly, because you run the business as well as Walmart and Target. Absolutely,
Yusuf.
And we run into difficult personalities all the time. And as you can tell, my wife is very calm. I'm the one that probably will put you in your place
until you push that button.
Yeah, but
push that button.
We are everything right now. We're customer service. We're marketing, CEO, CFO, COO, all that stuff. So I'm asking because I have some work I want to put on clothes, varsity jackets in different colors. So that's a great question. I'm glad you asked that.
Yeah.
If it is not white, it will not come out the color that you want. Mm-hmm. And I want to break this down for you. Sublimation has no white ink.
Right.
So this
is translucent.
This is the background.
Yeah.
So anything that's white in your design is not going to be printed white ink. It's going to be printed around the white space, and the shirt or the fabric is going to take up that space.
Yeah.
If you got a question, you can definitely give us a call. Google the blank spot. Google this, okay? Google this. Google the blank spot. You can find our contact information, or you can go up to the information up top. Our phone number's up there. If you have a question, we can walk you through some stuff so it can be a lot clearer, because I know communicating here, we can only do so many characters. So if you want to give us a call, don't hesitate. All right. Yes, she's humble that military will come out of here. Yep, absolutely. You know what, Sheila? You know what, Sheila? I talked about this yesterday, and I know I'm gonna go. But I talked about this yesterday. The point of being pushed by customers, because we are a smaller businesses.
Yeah.
It's almost like, you're being dared not to be human. We're no longer human or treated like human because we have businesses and we're in the public eye. It's not that we're famous or popular. It's that we're expected to act a different way. Okay. Never mind that, nobody wants to be talked down to. Nobody wants to be disrespected. Nobody wants to be, any of that. So, let me step on this side because I don't want to cross over you. Let me go behind you. Somebody's talking over there. Let me see.
Don't forget about the sale, y'all. 30% off the paper. Don't forget.
So yes, we do offer custom shirts and hoodies. You have to go to this website. This is our custom side. I'm gonna hold it up long enough so you can actually take a screenshot. You can also give us a call, okay? You can also give us a call if you need to, so you can actually get exactly where you need to be. But here you'll be able to upload your image for your hoodie and or your shirt, okay?
If you can't find it, just call us.
You're welcome. Thanks for the interaction, but definitely give us a call, man. If you can't, if you're not getting the answers that you want on here, don't hesitate to give us a call during office hours. All right. Let me see. When are we opening up in New York City? I don't know, Steve.
I don't know. I think that we're gonna leave that up to you.
I might have to bring security if I come up there. I'm gonna have to bring security, man.
Oh, don't forget to get your jackets too, y'all.
Oh yeah. Don't forget these camo jackets are available.
Jackets.
Small through 2X.
We got a shipment in of jackets, so do not forget to get your jackets, right? You want to get them before they run out. Okay. Small through 2X. You're going to go to the What's New to get the jacket. To the What's New. All right.
That's it. That's all. Any more questions? Any more questions or comments? Anything else? Happy Friday, everybody.
Yep.
I want you guys to have a blessed day. Have a better than amazing Friday. Hopefully you got some value out of the conversation. We definitely went over today, but we got some work done this time, and we did get a couple of orders. So we're looking forward to processing your order. We got some orders in the back. Our son just came in. We got some orders from last night that's coming in. So definitely hope you got some value out of it. Don't forget, check us out, see what you can find. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out before you make that press. Before you pull that trigger and actually make that purchase, you got a question, hit us up, okay? This is the Blank Spot. We are a sublimation blanks and t-shirt transfer supplier located just outside of Columbia, South Carolina, and you have just been a part of Frequently Asked Questions Friday working
edition.
All right. Like I always say, guys, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. We'll see each and every one of you guys at the top because there's entirely too many people struggling at the bottom. Peace.
Talk to y'all later.